What's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? It's Dad here. It's October. Leaves falling from trees and pumpkins and Halloween. And something I've been wanting to do for a little while now, but I've been a little afraid, to be honest. I've been a little timid to make this because it can seem a bit overwhelming because we're going to make cinnamon rolls. I went ahead and I pre-prepped everything for these cinnamon rolls, okay? When you make them, it might be the best way to do it so it doesn't seem so much, okay? All right, so here we have our ingredients. We need to warm this up before we do anything. We got 2 eggs, check. We got 1/3 cup of butter, which is going to be 5 tablespoons of butter, and then like a sliver of another tablespoon, 1/3 of that other tablespoon. We did some math this morning, y'all. I got you. 4.5 cups of bread flour. I found out there's a thing called bread flour today. I just thought there's self-rising and all-purpose, but there's also bread. There might be more. We got 1/2 cup of sugar, and we got 2.5 teaspoons of dry yeast, and then we're gonna use a teaspoon of salt. So let's get to mixing. Okay, but first what we're gonna do is I'm gonna heat my milk up a little bit. I want it to get warm to feed that yeast. So I got my mixture standing by already. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my flour on in there. Sprinkle a little sugar in my milk. That way that yeast has something to feed on, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and melt my butter also because it needs to be melted. So in with my yeast. Something's happening. So I'm gonna take it for that. Finally, I'm gonna pour my sugar on in. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eggs. Now, if you're not good at cracking eggs, it's fine if you crack your eggs inside the bowl. Or in a different bowl. We want that yeast to wake up. So that's what we're trying to do right now. It's just, we're saying, hello, yeast, it's time to get out of bed. We have a big day for you. You know, that's what we're essentially doing with the yeast. We're screaming, wake up! So it's finally getting a little bit froppy and foamy, and that yeast is going, hello, rise and shine, we're here. My ingredients, and that yeast is finally starting to pop alive. Just let it sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. Pour it on in. Lock your mixer and let it go. Alright, pull it off my mixture. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to do it, but we're doing it. I'm going to put this in my mixing bowl and leave it for a little bit and let it double in size. So I'm just going to throw a towel over it, and we'll play a little abracadabra when I come back. So here we have our dough. It's been rising for about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I set it out in the sun. Well, not out in the sun, but out by my window. And now I'm just going to start rolling this bad boy on out. Sprinkle some flour down on top of it. And just really start adding that pressure to my rolling pin to get that dough spread out. And it wasn't that intimidating or that hard. It didn't really resist me too much. And I finally got it to set good and tight where I wanted it. And I was just trying to square it up the best I could. This is the first time I'm making it, so it do be what it do be. But it turned out pretty fantastic to me. So here you go, Kimosabis. Okay, Kimosabi. Got brown sugar. We got our dough. Look at that. Our dough is... I rolled it out. I did a breakdown. So for our filling, 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and I don't know if you want it melted. You want it room temperature. You want to get too laxed. I'm gonna pour my butter on in with my brown sugar. Y'all, this part here is the fun part. We're gonna add some cinnamon, or if you want, you can add some pumpkin spice in there for your filling. You're gonna add about 2 tablespoons. So we're gonna layer it on thick. I'm just gonna start whisking or mixing. And it's okay if I spill some. And just drop down right on top. Alright, once we have that there, I'll grab my little hand glider tool. And I'm just going to start spreading that mixture all throughout. So now I just want to go ahead and take that filling, spread it out to all ends from one side to the other. I could have made a little bit more, but I feel like it was the perfect amount. In all honesty, in the end of it, looking back at things now, having tried the cinnamon rolls and everything, this was actually the perfect amount. I know some of the sides weren't all the way to capacity, if you look at the far right side by the spoon, but it's fine. Alright, so we have our filling in. Now the part, we're going to roll it. Roll it. Baking dish, spray it. We're going to cut some and set some in a dish. With this, I'm going to use a serrated knife. I don't have the dental floss thing. So we're going to measure about 1 inch. I'm not trying to go too fast. Maybe I should have added a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some heavy whipping cream. I'm going to set those off to the side. I just want to get the heavy whipping cream all around it. It's going to absorb up into that dough. And it's going to make them super fluffy. So here, let's go ahead and make that frosting. In that cup is 2 cups of powdered sugar. And we're just going to add in 1 stick of butter. The delicious butter, unsalted of course, into that powdered sugar with a little splash of vanilla, about 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and we're going to whisk it all in. I did a hand mixer to start with, or the whisk to start with, and then I'm going to move into my hand mixer to finish it up because I want that mixture perfect. And so that's what I'm doing here now, is just making sure I get it good and thick and good to go to cover these wonderful cinnamon rolls. Look at them bad boys right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab me a spoon with that delicious frosting. Look at that frosting. It's turning pretty good too right there. And we're just going to dally up these wonderful cinnamon rolls because they are delicious. They look amazing, and honestly, y'all, I could have filled the middle a little bit thicker, but I'm gonna be honest with you, they turned out phenomenal, and it was just the perfect amount, if I'm being honest. But I'm glad I have a big, huge bowl of frosting because I have more cinnamon rolls in the oven at this point of the video. but I like to make sure my cinnamon rolls are good and covered in the frosting, because there's nothing worse than getting one that's not covered. And look at that, it's just dripping. It's hot, it's really hot, but look at that gooiness. And it's tender, it's moist, it's falling apart, it's easy to break apart. Ooh, a little hot there, bud. And there's that wonderful gooey centerpiece shell. Oh, these were honestly phenomenal, and I will be making them again. We have finished our cinnamon rolls. They are done. They are looking decadent. Look at that. Oh, so good. I ended up putting some on a cake pan. Oh man. I tell you what. Homemade cinnamon rolls for the win. Look at that. Just so decadent. Y'all, if you're watching this video, this is your sign to make some homemade cinnamon rolls. I thought it was going to be a lot harder. It's an uphill battle. It's not that bad, actually. Other than that, y'all, I appreciate y'all tuning in, watching Dad make homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch. And y'all let me know if you try it. Try it. Just try it. Just do it. Just do it. Set the ingredients out and just go step by step. You want to put your dough in a warm place. Let it rise up a little bit. And after about an hour, once it doubles in size, you take it out. You just boom, bam, bada bing, bada boom. You have cinnamon rolls. So I love you. Thank you for all the likes, the comments, and subscribing. Make sure you crush that thumbs up button, y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.